viewing me for a warm tale to bring you calm and restful dreams. Zinnia and Frisia's Shell Adventure. His story is about Zinnia, who helps the mountain sprite Frisia break a spell by finding the heart shell. Zinnia lived in a quaint little village by the sea, where the waves sang lullabies to the shore. Each day was filled with the scent of salt and the cries of seagulls. She loved collecting shells, each one a tiny world of its own, and she always dreamed of finding the most beautiful shell. One summer evening, just as the sun began to set, Zinnia felt an urge to visit the beach. The horizon blazed with shades of orange and pink, making the sea look like a shimmering canvas. As she strolled along the beach, her eyes sparkling with curiosity, she noticed something unusual among the usual shells. It was a shell unlike any she had ever seen, glowing with a faint light and etched with intricate patterns. Zinnia picked it up and felt a gentle warmth radiate from it. Suddenly, a soft voice spoke from the shell, startling her. "Hello, I am Frisia, a mountain sprite. Thank you for picking me up." Zinnia was amazed. "A talking shell," she whispered in awe. "Yes," Frisia replied, "I have been trapped in this shell for a long time. I was once a sprite who roamed the mountains, but a spell was cast upon me by a mischievous spirit." Zinnia's heart ached for the sprite. "How can I help you?" she asked earnestly. "To break the spell, we must find the heart shell which lies at the peak of the tallest mountain." Together, Zinnia and Frisia set out on their journey. They traveled through lush forests and over babbling brooks, with Frisia guiding her through the shell. Along the way, they encountered various creatures who offered them help and advice. At night, they rested under the stars, and Frisia would tell Zinnia stories about her life before the spell. These stories filled Zinnia's heart with wonder and determination. After days of travel, they finally reached the base of the tallest mountain. The climb was arduous, but Zinnia's resolve never wavered. With Frisia's guidance, she found hidden paths and overcame countless obstacles. As they neared the peak, Zinnia could see the heart shell glinting in the sunlight. It was breathtakingly beautiful, its surface reflecting every color of the rainbow. Zinnia carefully reached for the heart shell, her fingers trembling with anticipation. The moment she touched it, there was a flash of light, and Frisia emerged from the shell in her true form. She was the most graceful sprite Zinnia had ever seen, with wings that shimmered like the sea at dawn. "Thank you, Zinnia," Frisia said, her voice filled with gratitude. "You have freed me." Zinnia smiled, feeling a deep sense of accomplishment and joy. "I couldn't have done it without you, Frisia." As they descended the mountain together, Frisia transformed the journey home into a magical adventure. They laughed and sang, creating memories that would last a lifetime. When they finally reached Zinnia's village, Frisia promised to visit often. Zinnia kept the heart shell as a token of their friendship and a reminder of their incredible adventure. And every time she looked at it, she felt a warm glow, knowing that the bond they shared would never fade. From that day on, Zinnia's life was filled with even more wonder, as she knew that the world was brimming with hidden magic, just waiting to be discovered. Okay, now let's wander into a new tale. Susan and Zinnia, a tale of wonder. Blah. This story is about Susan, a curious girl, who discovers the wonders of a magical forest with the help of a wise snake named Zinnia. In the quiet town of Elval, there lived a curious young girl named Susan. One summer's evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Susan ventured into the depths of the lush forest behind her home. The air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers and the soft chorus of chirping crickets. Susan had always been fascinated by the mysteries that lay hidden in the forest, and tonight, she felt the strange pull to explore further than ever before. As she wandered deeper, she stumbled upon a small emerald green snake coiled round the branch of an ancient oak tree. The snake had shimmering scales that sparkled like gemstones under the moonlight. To Susan's surprise, the snake looked at her with eyes that seemed to hold the wisdom of ages. "Fellow," said the snake in a gentle voice. Susan, though startled, felt the sense of calm wash over her. "My name is Gluxinia," the snake continued, "and I have been waiting for someone with a heart as pure as yours to share the wonders of this forest." Intrigued and unafraid, Susan nodded and listened intently as Gluxinia began to tell tales of the enchanted creatures and magical places hidden within the forest. They walked together, Gluxinia guiding Susan with tales of the fireflies that danced like fairies, the hidden waterfalls that sang ancient songs, and the majestic owls that whispered secrets of the night. Each story, Susan's eyes grew wider with amazement. The bond between her and Gluxinia grew stronger with every step they took. As the night deepened, Gluxinia led Susan to a secluded glade where the moonlight painted the ground in a silvery glow. "This is the heart of the forest," Gluxinia whispered. "It is here that the magic is strongest." Susan could feel a thrum of magic in the air, a beautiful, pulsing energy that made her feel more alive than ever. She closed her eyes, letting the wonder of the moment sink in. When she opened them again, she saw a myriad of tiny, glowing creatures surrounding her, casting a warm and enchanting light. "These are the Lullabies," Gluxinia said softly. "They are the keepers of the forest's magic." Susan watched in awe as the Lullabies danced and twinkled around her, their lights weaving a tapestry of pure wonder. As the night wore on, it was time for Susan to return home. "Will I see you again?" she asked Gluxinia, a hint of sadness in her voice. The wise snake smiled. "Whenever the forest calls to you, I will be here." With the heart filled with the night's marvels, Susan bid farewell to Gluxinia and the magical forest. She walked back home, the memories of her adventure forever etched in her mind. From that night on, Susan never looked at the forest the same way again. It was no longer just a place of trees and shadows, but a realm of endless wonder, waiting to be discovered. And every now and then, when the wind whispered through the trees, she felt the gentle presence of Gluxinia, reminding her of the magic that lies just beyond the ordinary. Our next story is here to warm your heart. Sanctuary of Phlox and Violet. This story is about a gentle human named Phlox, who helps a lost firefly named Violet find her way home, discovering a beautiful sanctuary and forming a deep bond with the creatures of the forest. In a quaint village, nestled between verdant hills, lived a gentle human named Phlox. Phlox had a peculiar gift of understanding and communicating with the forest creatures. One evening, as the sun sat painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Phlox wandered into the forest. Amidst the dense trees and rustling leaves, he heard a faint, luminous glow. It was a firefly, delicate and radiant, named Violet. Violet had lost her way and wandered far from her home. Phlox extended a finger gently, allowing Violet to rest on it. Despite being so small, Violet's light was bright and warm, casting a golden halo in the twilight. Sensing Violet's apprehension, Phlox whispered soothing words assuring her she was safe. Together, they decided to embark on a journey to find Violet's sanctuary. The path was winding and filled with enchantment. Calm light filtered through the canopy, creating a pathway of shimmering stars. Phlox admired the stones that looked like shards of crystal and the ancient trees that seemed to whisper ageless secrets. As they walked, Violet shared stories of her home, a hidden glade encircled by jasmine vines and blooming with night-blooming flowers. The air there was sweet with perfume, and the flowers glowed soft blue under the moonlight. Folks listened intently, captivated by the wonderment in Violet's voice. They reached a sparkling brook, where they paused to rest. The water mirrored the starlit sky above, and Phlox cupped his hands to take a sip, marveling at the clarity and freshness. Nearby, wildflowers danced in the gentle breeze, and a few curious forest animals peered at them from the underbrush. With newfound energy, they continued their journey until they arrived at a grand, old oak tree. Violet's excitement grew as they approached the tree's base, where a hidden entrance led to her sanctuary. To Phlox's amazement, inside was a magical haven filled with soft glowing lights, melodies of chirping crickets, and the calming rustle of leaves. Creatures of all kinds greeted Violet cheerfully. Phlox felt a sense of peace and fulfillment. He realized that this sanctuary was not just a place, but a feeling of belonging and safety. Violet introduced Phlox to her family, who welcomed him warmly. They spent the night sharing stories and laughter, surrounded by the serene beauty of the sanctuary. As dawn broke, Phlox bid farewell to Violet and her family, carrying the memory of their adventure and the feeling of warmth and light in his heart. He knew he would always cherish this experience as a reminder of the bonds formed with creatures great and small, and the sanctuaries that exist within us all. Let's drift softly into the next tale. Buttercup and the Gentle Giant, a starry adventure. This story is about a girl named Buttercup whose wish leads to a magical friendship with a gentle giant, exploring the beauty of stars and kindness. Buttercup was a small girl with a heart as vast as the night sky. She lived in a quaint village surrounded by rolling hills and meadows that stretched endlessly beneath the gleaming canopy of stars. Every night, she would sit by her window, gazing at the twinkling lights scattered across the heavens. One evening, as she stared up at the sky, she noticed a particularly bright star shimmering more brilliantly than the others. Intrigued, she made a wish upon that star. "I wish I could meet someone as gentle and kind as the stars," she whispered. At that moment, in a land far beyond the reach of human eyes, her wish echoed. The star descended slowly, transforming into a warm glow that revealed a gentle giant named Gentle Giant. Gentle Giant had eyes that sparkled like the stars and a heart filled with boundless kindness. Hearing Buttercup's wish, he decided to journey towards the village to fulfill it. The next night, Buttercup noticed a magical glow approaching her window. She rubbed her eyes in disbelief as Gentle Giant stood before her, his smile as comforting as a moon at night. "Hello, little one. I am here because of your wish," he said softly. Buttercup's eyes widened with wonder and joy. "You were here to meet me?" she asked. Gentle Giant nodded, sitting down beside her window. Over the next 2 days, they shared countless adventures, exploring the hills and meadows under the starlit sky. Buttercup learned from Gentle Giant the tales of the stars and their mysteries. In turn, Gentle Giant understood the simple joys humans cherish. They danced under the moonlight, their laughter mingling with the cool night breeze. On the last night of his visit, Gentle Giant took Buttercup to the highest hilltop. They lay on the grass and stared at the stars. "Each star has a story," he explained. Buttercup listened intently, feeling a deep connection with the universe. "Thank you, Gentle Giant, for making my wish come true," she said. "Always remember, Buttercup, the universe listens to those who embrace it with a pure heart," he replied. With the first light of dawn, Gentle Giant kissed Buttercup's forehead, and with a final smile, ascended to the sky, becoming a star once more. but for Cookie she would never forget him. Years later, whenever she looked up at the night sky, she eyed see the brightest star and remember her dear friend, gentle village, who had shown her the beauty of kindness and the wonders of the stars. Let peace be with you tonight. Good night.